Welcome to Trax
Pix.
Pix. So we thought after a little bit of time of blogging about ourselves as Trax Pix, it would be a very good time to actually introduce ourselves. So I'm Jeff.
And I'm Cass.
Right, so many of you know us as a pretty quirky couple.
No.
And we love travelling, and so far we've been blogging about our adventures. So that's going to continue. But we're actually still working full time, and not happy with that. So as we can, when our schedules allow and work allows us and gives us holidays, we're going to be blogging and vlogging a little bit more.
And we're both artists in our own right. I'm an Australian Impressionist landscape painter, and I've been pursuing the art of light for over 10 years. I started out as a photographer, but more recently I have picked up the paintbrush because I really love experiencing the Australian bush and the outback and capturing that emotion and putting it down on canvas.
Well done. So I'm a professional photographer and have been for over 12 years. My main interest has been photojournalism and sports, but I've also done landscape in the background. But recently the industry's been changing and it's time for me to change with it. So I'm pursuing landscape photography as my primary interest now. So the last 12 years I've been practicing, refining the art of capture, editing and the likes. So now that's the number one interest, and that's what I'm going to be doing as we travel.
Good job. This is Parker. He doesn't actually really say much, but he does love to get into the photos and do all the travelling with us. You can actually follow his exploits by searching the hashtag postcards from Parker. Jeff is the talker and speech maker of this dynamic trio, and he will explain to you what we've been working on in the background.
So in the time that we've been blogging as Trax Pix, the world has changed. In that time, the world has endured, I got it right this time, endured COVID. And in that time, we've had to rethink about how we travel and enjoy ourselves. For us, it was buying a caravan and not going on an international cruise. So that was the real catalyst for us. But also in that time, businesses have either flourished or not done so well, and unfortunately a lot have had to give up the ghost. So in that time as well, our art careers, our art businesses have just trickled along. It's been a difficult time as far as artists go. But that's all changing now with Trax Pix and getting on the road more. In that time, we've set up our own new business called Artscapes Australia. And Artscapes Australia is where we're promoting our artworks that we do while we're on the road, while we travel. And if you like something, or if you see something during our travels that you do like, you can always jump over to Artscapes Australia and have a look. Now, we're not promoting Artscapes Australia heavily on Trax Pix. Trax Pix is for our family, our friends and strangers. And really, a stranger is just somebody that you haven't met yet and haven't become friends with. So we know there's a lot of friends yet to meet out there. So in the meantime, we're going to keep blogging and vlogging our way around the country, as we said before, when we can, and enjoying ourselves. Essentially, Artscapes Australia is sponsoring us to travel, and that's it.
To kick it off, before the floods had hit the Hawkesbury in March earlier this year, we travelled to the four corners of the Hawkesbury LGA Each trip took a day and we kept it true to vlogging about the adventure. In the coming weeks, we're actually going to release some videos about that particular trip, and that'll be ahead of further adventures that are going to be happening in the very near future.
Well, that's our introduction. Don't forget that Trax Pix is on Facebook, YouTube and Instagram. All 3 platforms. There's something a little bit different on each platform, so feel free to follow us on either one, 2 or 3 of them. Quite happy to have you along for the journey, or 3. And that's it. Thanks for joining us, and bye-bye.
Bye for now.